Hey guys, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. I have got the cutest little treat box for you. I'm using my York peppermint patties. I've got these in the office, but these also fit a Ghirardelli square. And I'm keeping my eyes peeled for the strawberry bark Ghirardelli squares. They usually come out around Valentine's Day, and they'd be perfect for these. We'd make adorable favors for a shower, baby, or a wedding shower. They're pretty quick and easy, so let's get started here. We're going to do a little bit of stamping first. I'm gonna get my Stampin' Pierce mat. We're featuring the Sweet Strawberry bundle, and the Sweet Strawberry bundle is photopolymer. It's a 16-piece stamp set, and it can be bundled with the Strawberry Builder Punch. And when you buy those two items together as a bundle, you save 10%. So really good deal for a cute bundle that you'll use again and again. Got my ink pads here, Bermuda Bay, Rococo Rose, and Granny Apple Green. We're featuring the Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper. So we're gonna grab this Ombre, Granny Apple Green. It's got Blackberry Bliss on the back. Aren't those great colors? We're going to stamp some vines for our strawberry and pick up that fun ombre look. We've got, and you can see in our samples, that one came from down at the light end of the paper. This one spanned into the darker end of the paper. It's really a fun detail we can get. Now I need to punch a little top for my strawberry, but I want to watch the orientation of my punch and stamp accordingly. So I'm going to stamp in this bottom left corner here with the little stem all the way to the left. And that'll make it very easy for me to pop it right into my punch and get that punched out. We won't destroy a lot of paper. We'll have a lot of paper to use later. And then we've got our topper. All right, a couple of other little things we want to stamp here. Got Scrapple Whisper white cardstock and Bermuda Bay. This is the larger flower from Sweet Strawberry, and it coordinates with the Small Bloom Punch from last year's celebration. This little 5-petal flower coordinates with the Strawberry Builder Punch. You'll notice that I stamped these 2 petals up for the small one, 1 petal up for the larger one, and that's just so that we're oriented to the punch. You want to pay attention to that. So we're talking about it, we might as well do it. When we go in here and we punch this little guy, we've got to have 2 petals up in the corner there. It makes it really easy to rotate. And then for this little flower here with the 1 petal up, slides right into the punch without any trouble. We're going to need 5 strawberries, and these are 1.5 by about 5.5 inch strips. We're going to punch this, again paying attention to the orientation of our punch. The berry is wide at the bottom, and we're doing that strip so that we can get the most from our cardstock. So when we slide this in and we punch this guy, you'll see the builder punch is going to take a bite where the flower and the stem punch. So when we stamp, we're going to use a nice finger width and then stamp the next one. That'll allow us to just slide down the row and punch out our strawberries. We need 5. All right, I'm going to punch these guys out and get rid of the ink pads. And then I'll show you how we're going to put this together. Okay, so I've punched my berries and folded them in half. We're just going to find half, kind of push until you got it. It's not going to be exactly perfect. It doesn't have to be. We're going to run the line with the bone folder. And before we take the Stampin' Pierce mat away, let's give our little flowers some shape. We're going to just press center of the flower into the Stampin' Pierce mat And there's our little cup-shaped flowers. I'm gonna fussy cut these leaves. We don't need the flowers. I like the little stems, but I'm gonna cut off the flowers and then just kind of roughly take out the leaves. Then from there, we'll trim around, leaving a little border of designer series paper past the actual stamped line. When you leave a little border past the stamp line, then your cutting isn't so much on display. What's on display is the artist's line. The eye will be drawn to the line, and your cutting, whether it might be a little rough, or your border might be a little too thin, or your border might be a little too wide, the eye isn't going to be drawn to that. It's going to be drawn to the artist's line. If you try to cut right along the line, that's a little bit harder cutting. It's great, and it's got its purposes, you know, cutting right along the line, like for paper piercing or paper piecing, or when you've got something that just really looks better right along the line. But for this, we can go with a little border. All right, there we go. The ends of the stems don't need to be perfect. They're going to be covered with the strawberry and with the flowers. Let's put our strawberry together so that it can have a few minutes to dry. We're going to use a little multi-purpose liquid glue. Less is more on 1/2 of the strawberry, and then bring the next one together and line up that fold, burnish down, and stack one more. Little multi-purpose liquid glue. A lot goes along, or a little bit goes a long way. You don't want to use a lot of multi-purpose liquid glue. It'll ooze out, make your strawberry sticky. You don't want that. Once you got your stack, you can either hold it for a few seconds, or you can do like I like to do and pop it underneath the strawberry builder punch. It's got enough weight to hold on all 5 of those strawberries and let them adhere for a second. Now, I need my Simply Scored tool. We're going to make the base for our project. I've got Bermuda Bay cardstock. This is 3 by 6.5 inches. We're going to pop it in on the 3-inch side and score at 1/2 inch, rotate, and score the other 3-inch side at 1/2 inch. Then into the 6.5 orientation, and 3, 3.5. You're going to score into the intersecting score line at 1 1/4 and 5 1/4. So stop when you hit that intersecting score line, and then rotate 180 degrees and score at 1 1/4 and 5 1/4. Get a bone folder and burnish these lines. All right, you're burnishing these lines, but you can ignore these little half lines or these little partial lines. Those are cutting guides. We're not going to fold on them. This is your template, and let's trim away and punch the ends. So on the back side, you're going to trim down straight and then bevel. What that does is gives you a nice clean side. No nonsense sticking up from behind. Okay, so another little bevel. Now for the front side, you want to go nice and straight. This is going to give you a straight, clean side when you wrap the tab toward the back. So we'll take out both of those, nice and straight here. All right, now liberate the side tabs here, or I should say the bottom tabs really, because these are the little guys that'll make the bottom of the box. Mirror on the other side. And that is our box. Let's get our punch. Ah, look at that. A little strawberry escaped from under the punch. Isn't that cute? Got a delightful tag topper. We're going to slide that in. Now, this wide part needs to go underneath. So do that first. Then from the back side, slide right or left to center and punch. And same thing with the other side of the box. Now from here you can see that's way off. We're going to square it up, slide it to the side a bit, and then punch. Got a piece of Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper here. This is 2 1/4 by 1 3/4, and we're going to round the top 2 corners. And then we'll adhere it to the front of the box. Remember, back of the box has the angle cuts. The front of the box is nice and straight. I'm going to use multi-purpose liquid glue and pop that right on. We'll use tear-in tape to adhere the box. So on the Designer Series paper side, you're going to put just a dab on the small tabs. On the front, long tabs, you're going to flip to the inside of the box and run a strip of tear-in tape. Now let's start with the bottom of the box. We'll remove these small liners and fold up to the back of the box. Kind of square that corner. And then, oh, I got a little dart. Same with the other side. Now we can remove these long strips and close up the box. See, the tabs go to the back, and because of our little angle cut, when we close this up, we get a nice straight edge. Nothing sticking out from the top there. It's nicely hidden. Let's drop our treat into our wrapper and ribbon. This is one of the ribbons from the Playing with Pattern combo pack. I am in love with this. I'm not sure if it's Pool Party or Coastal Cabana, but it doesn't matter with the ombre. It looks great. Let's tie our treat closed. And get some big loopy bow. Trim away from the spool. Clean up the edge. Nice. Bring back our stamped and cut pieces and our sample. This little guy is next. He needs a treatment so that he'll fit on our dimensional strawberry. So we're going to just cut from the cleft right there up to the line. We'll add some multi-purpose liquid glue on this leaf right here. Not too much. And then it's going to straddle one of these little you see, and then we'll adhere it to the strawberry. So now we've got a top on our strawberry, but it accommodates the 3-dimensionality. Pretty cool, right? Let's get some dimensionals on the backs of our leaves. Love mini dimensionals, and I love half a mini dimensional where we can really spread out our adhesive and support these leaves. We're going to put a little half on the tip of each one. I'm going to put a Stampin' dimensional on the back of my strawberry top right here. See, tuck it right in there. And make sure it's not seen from the front. And a little dimensional half on the smaller flower. All right, I think all my dimensionals are sticky, so let's go ahead and add our leaves across the box. Strawberry needs liquid glue, and this is going to take a second to grab, so be generous. Not too generous. You don't want it to squeeze out all over your project, but and then burnish so that it adheres to the box. That little dimensional, here's where you want to adhere that to the box. Our small flower. And then our big flower. The big flower gets multi-purpose liquid glue or a mini glue dot. Aren't they so beautiful? A little bit of bling, I think, is in order. I'm gonna put the rhinestone basic jewels. I'm gonna put them in the center of the flowers. I'm using the bigger ones. We're going real blingy. They're the perfect little flower centers. There it is. There's our little treat box for Ghirardelli Square or little York Peppermint Patty. If you've got any questions about the project, email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com and to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, buzz over to Marisa Alvarez.stampinup.net. Don't forget, during celebration only, you can earn a package of this gorgeous Oh So Ombre Designer Series paper that we used in today's project. We've got awesome sheets of Rococo Rose and Blackberry Bliss, Bermuda Bay, and Granny Apple Green. It's a gorgeous package of paper, and it's yours free with a $50 purchase while supplies last. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.